Okay, greens. Oops. I hope I have my ladybug on. Yes, I do have my ladybug on. Yay. All right, so what I want to do is I want to look at, whoops, because Caitlin's the one who sent me the question. Sorry about that. Um, anyway, so we took care of problem 6, but problem 7, it's worded funny. They didn't do it the way I would have done it. In other words, we want to calculate his velocity when he leaves the floor. All right, so in other words, this basketball player leaves the floor and he goes up to a height. So he reaches his max height. So what's his velocity at the max height? 0, right? And the distance that he traveled was a 0.88 meters. In other words, we don't need this right now until we get down to problem B. So in part A, where we want to find his initial velocity that he left the ground, we already know how to do that. All right. So here's problem 7. Let's just kind of work this thing out. It's fun and we can do it. So here's problem 7, and let's go to my ladybug. All right. So it's problem 7, and this is on homework number 5, like chapter 4B. It's like homework number 5. So in other words, for my problem, y final is equal to 0.88 meters. Okay. I don't now this because at y initial his feet leave the, so he, in other words, he's lowered his center of mass. That's essentially is what he's done, and he pushes on the floor. And guess what? The floor is what pushes him up into the air. All right, that's how LeBron gets in the air. All right, he pushes on the floor, and the floor pushes up on him. So they've gone through, and so we've got y and then y initial. In this case, will be 0. I don't think that I need to, because we're talking his feet. We're talking his feet go to a height of 0.88 meters, and his feet are always on the floor at 0. He just lowered his center of mass, 0.235, but that becomes a factor in the second part. So you already know how to do this. So we need to find his initial velocity in the y direction. What at his max height? What's his velocity? Okay. Think about it. V final is equal to 0. Well, you've got this little equation, and you can solve this. For my problem, it would be 0.88 we put in here, and this would be V final y squared, which is equal to 0. And it becomes pretty straightforward. V naught y is equal to square root of 2gh. Which we'll learn, we'll look at that all the time a little bit later. Okay, so there's part 1. All right, now let's go ahead and get this. That's part A. So this is part A. That's the way you set up part A. Your numbers might be different, this one and that one, but that's the way you get it set up.